Introducing the starting lineup for the visiting Toronto Raptors. At shooting guard, Grady Dick. At center, Jakob Poeltl. At the other guard, Emmanuel Quickley. Power forward, Scotty Barnes. At the other forward position, Brandon Ingram. The head coach of the visiting team is Darko Rajakovic. Now introducing the Boston Celtics. Man in the middle, at 6'9", number 42, Al Horford. At guard, 6'4", number 9, Derek White. Starting at shooting guard, 6'4", number 4, Drew Holiday. At forward, number 0, Jason Tatum. Starting at forward, at 6'6", number 7, Jaylen Brown.
Welcome to the New Year's Eve festivities here on 2K Sports. We're ready to bring the year to a...
What did you tell me? Chad, you were talking at the same time that the PA announcer. Good game, bro.
Close in style. Hi, folks. This is Brian Anderson. I'm with Grant Hill and Brent Barry. Our reporter tonight, Allie LaForce. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Brandon Ingram.
And the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. That's not what you want.
All right,
sure it's something
Well aware of. So let's take a look at the starters for the Toronto Raptors. Barnes and Poeltl down low at the 4 and 5. Emmanuel Quickley is out there with Dick, and it's Ingram in at the 3 slot. And for Boston, the core of this team, Brown and Tatum. Drew Holiday out there with Derek White, and it's Horford in at the center position.
Yeah.
Well, Grant, before ringing in the new year, we've got basketball to tend to. Can it be hard for players to stay focused?
Not really. I mean, these guys
Right now I'm streaming.
Maybe later they'll take part in all the festivities, but for now, it's all business.
Now here's Horford. Tatum looking it over. Rebound Toronto. Their last encounter in Toronto.
That's a game they know they probably could have won. And had a few more things gone their way, they would have.
Maybe should have. The score doesn't indicate just how well they competed in that game. For the majority of it, they looked like the better team.
Now here's Quickley. Coming off a terrific game against Atlanta. Tatum finds Horford. Horford, a screen on Barnes. White, good.
This is how you begin a game. Set the tone right from the jump.
Take a nice deep breath. You score on that first possession. Gets the game started the right way.
Did you play golf
Barnes
yesterday?
against Tatum. Pass to Ingram.
Carl.
We played just over a minute here in the first.
Yeah, sorry.
Got a hand on it.
Holiday's defense is such a
know
pest
about
down there.
yesterday.
Got great length, great feet, and that's a nice block.
I didn't play yesterday.
Shot clock at 6. Here's Ingram. Oh, and he got
Boston
fouled on his
foul.
way up. He'll head to the line to shoot
Horford.
two.
First personal
And Brandon
foul.
Ingram was the
First
key
team
piece of
foul.
the Anthony Davis trade. That move
Shooting
changed
for
his career,
Toronto.
Brett.
No doubt about it.
Brandon
B.I.
Ingram
won the most improved
taking
player
2
of
shots.
the year in his first season away from the Lakers. So sometimes that change of scenery can open up opportunity and get you a chance to show your excellence.
And the Celtics, far and away the best record in the NBA last season, Grant.
Well, they rode that momentum into the playoffs, capturing the franchise's 18th championship, passing the Lakers for the most of any team in the association.
Now here's Holiday. He's averaging more than 12 a game. Consistent threat on offense. Tatum a screen on Ingram. Brown, no good.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
Dick, the pass to Barnes. Back to Dick. Fires for three. That's in.
Yeah.
Coming off an assist
Pass.
from Barnes.
And I love Dick's aggressive mindset. I mean, this is how lethal he can be catching and firing.
First quarter, just about 2 minutes in. White finds Brown. Up top, Horford. Outside Tatum. Horford, a screen on Barnes. Tatum from long range. Rebounded by Ingram.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
Hurdle, the pass to Dick. The rebound, Celtics. Fresh off a win against the Pacers.
Yeah, they eke that one out. I mean, the execution was spotty. They were lucky to come away with the win.
From Drew
Talk about
Holiday.
gutsy wins, and on a night like that in the last game where they just did not shoot it well, that's a steal during the regular season.
Now here's Quickly. Right now he's contributing about 15.5 points a game. Ingram, pass to Quickly. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Second personal
That's
foul.
Al Horford.
Second team
Quickly
foul.
wanted to go inside and
At the
create some
line for
kind
the
of contact.
Raptors.
Brett, we've seen
Emmanuel
Quickly step
Quickly
up as a team leader
taking
since he
2
came into
shots.
the league.
Well, he's had tremendous confidence in what it is that he brings to a basketball team from the very
Referees
beginning.
are pissing me
It's
off.
taken him a little bit of time to gain that in the NBA setting, but he is now asserting himself as a floor general.
That is a camper with sniper.
Good on the second,
let's
so
go.
he makes them both. And during the first few seasons of Emmanuel Quickly's career, he was seen primarily as a scorer, Grant.
Yes, but recently has blossomed into a more versatile threat. The leap we've seen in his passing has been especially impressive. He's a player to watch out for moving forward.
Now here's Tatum. His last outing he had 20. To the inside. From 12 feet. Out to Horford. The shot from 20 feet out. Oh, can't get it. Misses his first attempt. Toronto leading by 3. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Here's what Boston's head coach had to say when we spoke earlier. And he had nothing but praise for Scotty Barnes on the other side. He said Barnes poses so many problems because of his versatility. He can play multiple positions. He's not selfish. He's got great speed for his size. He had a lot of good things to say. Clearly, Barnes has a big fan here.
Allie, thanks for that. Marco, he was all the time out. He lost a few moments to regroup with his players.
My big man already has 2 fouls.
Now look at teams that have not wasted their opportunities at the line in the last month. Boston, 3rd.
And looking at last month, this team really got it done from the charity stripe. Whenever you fouled them, they made sure to make you pay for that mistake.
First quarter of play, and just over 3.5 minutes in. Ooh, poked away. Dick with it, picked up by Tatum. 3 on the clock. Here's Barnes. He hits it just
Scotty
before the
Barnes.
shot clock expires.
I just don't think they want him taking that kind of shot. Again, his teammates are just laughing, shaking their heads there on the bench.
On the wing, Holiday from outside the arc. The kick to Tatum. Brown inside, guarded by Quickly. Late clock, the Celtics got to hurry here. Tatum.
And we talk about guys who can score from all 3 levels. And for Tatum, it's 4 levels.
Quickly outside. Brown against Ingram. Back to Quickly from the right block. And another basket for Toronto.
Since going into the 2020 first round, Quickly has gotten a lot more selective with his shot taking and shot making. A sign of maturity.
Now here's Holiday. 13 points in the win against Indiana. Brown. Tatum passes to Brown. Outside Holiday. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. After years of competing for championships and winning one, Toronto is suddenly in a rebuild phase.
Yeah, they had a familiar roster for many years, and then last couple of years a little bit underperforming, trying to find some guys to stabilize where their franchise is going. A reset in Toronto.
And the Celtics making a change here. Cornette's checked in. And the call will be against Jason Tatum. That's his first foul of the game.
Just 1 foul.
13 foul.
Boston making a switch here.
Coming on to the
Richards
floor
checked
for the
in.
Celtics, number 11, Peyton Pritchard.
Quickly outside. Pass to Shed. Hurdle with the ball. The Raptors need to get off a shot. 3 from Barnes. The rebound by Jason Tatum. The Celtics have gone 3 of 8 so far. There's the drive. Tie the game. Tatum's got 5.
The speed of Tatum's drive makes it so tough to defend. You just don't get a chance to stop him.
Quickly passes to Pirtle. Here's Shed. Pass to Barnes. Now here's the 16-point game against Atlanta. Shot clock at 5. Barnes with a screen on White. Launches it from deep. And Pritchard pulls it down.
And even though he couldn't send the shot back at him, he certainly altered it.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
Now here's Tatum. 5 points in the game. White for 3. Rebounded by Ingram.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Make the 3 work. Players doesn't put the ball in.
Itchy Barnes on the wing. The 3 is up. And can't get it. He's now 1 of 3. Boston has gone 1 of 4 from deep. Here's Tatum. Soft touch off the glass. He has 7.
Scoring well. This quarter, picking up steam as he goes.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
Trying anything now to get them out of this slump.
Well, they can't find the net right now, and all they need, I think, is just to get 1 to go, get back on track.
Number 30, Sam Hauser.
You have some knowledge about basketball or don't like
It's Pirtle high post.
it's good to know because I won't tell you
Outside Ingram to get back on track.
any details about the
And
game.
it's Cornette with a rebound.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look. from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
Yeah, I know.
What makes Brown special
no.
is his blend of smarts and
Brandon
effort level.
Ingram.
Not just an
First
intelligent
personal
player,
foul.
he also gives you a
Second team
phenomenal
foul.
amount of energy out there.
It's his
At the
first trip
line,
to the line.
Jaylen Brown at the line for 2 shots.
Free throw, good. Brown. That one misses. Raptors trail by 3. Pass to Ingram. To the middle. Here's Shed. Outside for Ingram. The 3. Boston pulls it in. Here's Hauser from deep three-point land. The long distance 3 is buried. And the Celtics lead by 6.
Last week I was playing Warzone with a random guy.
Here's Barnes.
It's from
Rebounded
the
by
US.
Jaylen Brown.
Like you,
You'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of
he
space.
didn't stop to talk about the football. The result of
Hurdle grabs a
this
miss.
game.
Hurdle's got 4 rebounds now.
I told
They need something good to
bro,
happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too
I
long
didn't know
without a score.
anything about football.
And here's Ingram, giving them some good production, putting up just around 16.5 points a game.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Especially
Like-
if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Outside Ingram, pass to Pirtle,
It's hard. Sorry.
misses, and the dry spell continues. Celtics lead by 9. Here's Brown, drains it. Now he's 3 for 5.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now
Yeah.
just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
Barnes,
This
it's
is
good.
Scotty Barnes.
Every year, Scotty Barnes looking increasingly comfortable shooting from the perimeter.
Boston is going. Shooting from beyond the arc. Pass to Brown. Lets the 3 fly. And again, Boston with the triple.
This defense just
And so quickly, we'll bring it up to the Raptors. They trail by 11.
This guy didn't
Here's Shed.
stop
He picked up 12 points in their
Talking
last
about
win against Atlanta.
this game.
also his ability to push the
about
action
that.
and get to the line is really huge difference.
Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
Scotty Barnes.
Scotty's
Game
such a
on.
good dunker. This is why the D can't let Barnes get that deep inside.
I had to let but
Now White. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against
I
Indiana. Such a
yeah, I
wide
wanted,
open
I
look.
wanted to play.
Hauser's got 6.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4
I
of the last
understand
5
what you're
buckets
saying.
have been threes.
So,
Outside Ingram.
but I
Out
don't
left to the
know.
wing.
I don't have
Outside Barnes.
knowledge
Pass
about
to
the game.
Ingram.
I
Three-pointer.
didn't understand.
Again,
The
Toronto with a
concept.
triple.
Brandon Ingram.
Brandon Ingram answering the call, comes right back with 3 of his own.
Here's White. Checking the numbers. He's averaging close to 15 a game. Here's Pritchard. Outside, Brown. Puts up a 3. The rebound by Shed.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Additionally, football is a complex game.
Pass to
It has
Barnes.
a lot of strategy.
Now here's Pirtle. Here's Shed. Defended by Brown.
Local
6 on the shot
play
clock.
words only exist. The game itself.
Inside. Here's Pirtle. That was good. And it's Barnes with the assist.
Assisted.
Barnes has
Scotty
got 3
Barnes.
assists now in this one. 36 seconds left in the first quarter. White with it. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the first. Pritchard the
basketball
opposition,
or
playing inspired defense. We're
has
coming right back. Don't go anywhere.
own words as well, like words like pick and roll only has meaning in the basketball court, but if you don't like basketball, you never understand what pick and roll is. You know?
Let's get you back to the action on the floor. As
Yeah,
the New
exactly.
Year's
But
Eve
you
festivities
understand
continue.
that I am saying
All right, guys,
pick
some stats
and
here,
roll,
the scoring
but you
breakdown
don't know
for the
what
Celtics.
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket.
Right.
So if you want to win games in
that
this league, you have to
is
connect
what
from deep. And they have been thus far.
Well, one thing that's noticeable is just tremendous energy from everybody, and
I
they put that
understood,
into their
his
transition
words,
play,
but
and
I
all that
didn't-
hustle is paying off.
couldn't
So
imagine.
on the floor for Toronto to kick off the
meaning?
second quarter. They've got Dick, and it's Abaji in at the three. Small forward. Here's Boucher for three. And they get it back. Bobo gets the
Jonathan,
bucket.
three.
Bobo's got himself on the board with a three there.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on him.
Outside White. Cornette sets a screen. White hit. Raptors trail by 7. Pass to Shed. And here's Boucher. Jacks up a three. Rebound Boston. Cornette's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Looking at the Raptors spread, things have not gone too smoothly since their 2019 championship.
Well, it felt like that championship roster was built just for that year, though, BA. There wasn't a lot of
Jason
progression
Tatum.
come from that. They went in, they got Kawhi, they won the championship, and now it's all about rebuilding their franchise in the style that they want to do it. They have one guy that they believe in Scotty Barnes, RJ Barrett on the trade, and slowly and surely they're going to start to put these
Out
pieces
of
around and
bounds.
become a contender again.
Boston
And
ball.
out of bounds, the Celtics will take
And
it.
on to score for the Celtics. Number 55, Baylor Shireman.
Celtics lead by 9. And just about a minute and a half has passed here in the second quarter. Here's Shireman. Offensive rebound. Second chance effort. And a foul call on the way up. So he'll take
Chris
2 from the free
Boucher.
throw line.
First personal foul.
Defense there doing
First
whatever
team
they can
foul.
to protect the rim.
Boston shooting
At the
their
line.
5th and 6th free throw attempts tonight. The first one falls.
line for
Well,
two
when you look at
shots.
the forwards in this league, there are a lot more Grant Hill types out there these days, partner.
Well, thank you for the nice words, BA. Of course, I took pride in my overall game. And over the last few decades or so, we've seen a bunch of guys play the 3, 4, and 5, pass, dribble, and shoot. So it's fun to watch the game evolve. And it's amazing. Their slim advantage on the board seems a lot larger than it is.
Out to the right wing. Here's Shireman. Here's Cornette. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
A stronger defensive presence would have saved them 2 points.
Didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in the possession.
Here's Abaji.
Have
No
the
points
day
yet.
off today.
And it's Cornette with a rebound. Cornette's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Pritchard, the pass to Tatum.
You work
And he
with
got the
her.
whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line from there.
Second
It
personal
goes on
foul.
Chris Boucher.
Second team
Kind of a
foul.
devious move
Yeah, you
by
work
Tatum.
together.
At the
Pulling the
line,
defender in where he wants
Jason
him.
Tatum at the line for 2 shots.
She works in
And the first one at the
Or
line is
Tom,
good.
or-
You know, Grant, in interviews, Jason Tatum often seems understated and soft-spoken,
That's good.
but that's just him,
me
isn't
too,
it?
bro.
That's true,
Work
BA.
mostly.
Tatum has a quiet confidence about him. He doesn't feel the need to be loud or act out. He lets his work on the court do all
But
the
sometimes
talking for him.
I have
Well,
to.
when he gets into
to
a
go
groove
to-
at the free throw
to
line,
the
it doesn't
office
just last for
one
tonight.
time
This
per week.
might be 2 weeks, 2 months,
Timeout.
something like that.
And Darko Rajakovic has called a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan.
Let's get loud, fans, for Onyx Entertainment.
The Celtics making a switch here. Holiday is checked in. And some of the best high flyers in the NBA. Some of this year's contenders.
You see
for
my
the dunk contest.
website
And
that
when you look at
I
the
sent you
names
a
on that
message.
list, you just know that contest has a chance to be special.
Well, you look at Barnes. He's a long shot at this point, but you never know.
Well, we'll just have to see. But I personally would love
Thank
seeing
you
him in
for
the
your
dunk
kind
contest.
words, bro.
And there you have it. This year's dunk contest field looks incredible. We'll keep you up to date in the voting.
That is always a highlight of All-Star
Yeah,
Weekend.
I
Watching guys
told
just
you that I
fly
was
through the
gonna
air.
try
And I enjoy
on
watching all of the guys on that list
14
slam it
years.
home. Well, the defense allowed that one. He had a clear path to the cup.
And not a rookie.
Now here's Holiday, guarded by Dick. Here's Hauser. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Raptors trail by 13. To the left wing. Here's Abaji. Tipped. Now here's Tatum. 11 points in the game. Here's Holiday. And it goes.
I used
As the
this
official
website
calls the
to
foul. Count it. And he'll shoot one more at the line. This will be his third free
That's
throw
his
of the game.
first
Walter,
personal
he's checked in
foul.
for Toronto.
Third team foul. At the line for your Celtics, Drew Holiday. At the line with one shot.
The free throws off from Holiday.
And so many things have changed around Drew Holiday. One thing that's been a constant is that he's a hard worker, such a great all-around player who likes to be a leader, and he has been for this ball club.
Here's Abaji, averaging around 6 a game. 5 to shoot.
I have a good
Fires the
ear.
three. Holiday grabs the miss.
We're getting cold in here. This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
Hauser, that's good.
Great.
He drops yet another dive. Just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Boucher outside. Here's the three. Nails it from beyond the arc. Boucher's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Celtics lead by 15. Cornette sets a screen. Outside Holiday. Lets it go from deep. Drains the triple. Holiday's got 5 points now in this quarter.
As competitive as they come, Drew Holiday answers.
Pass to Momo. Here's Abaji. Here's Shed. And again, Toronto with a triple.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Here's Pritchard. 8 points in his last time out. Outside Tatum. To the right side. Shoots. Rebound by the Raptors. They want to keep rolling here following the win against Atlanta.
And in that one, the bench came to play. Gave the team a bunch of points and energy to put them over the top.
Well, I talked to the assistant coaching staff. What they were stoked about is that the bench guys came in and played well. So punch off the bench, a big factor in that one.
And when he was younger, Tatum would often try to do it all himself. But now he wants to keep everybody involved.
Now here's Boucher. Defense right on him. Pass to Shed. Out to the wing. From behind the arc. And it's Jason Tatum with a rebound. Celtics lead by 18. The drive by Holiday. It's good. Holiday's got 9 points.
From
Yeah,
Jason
the defense
Tatum.
very much more aggressive on the body up, but still Drew Holiday drops it down.
Down low. Abaji. And that one is stuffed
Ochai
right through.
Agbaji.
Good passing in the paint may be even more important to an offense than great passing on the perimeter. Those are areas where you got to be careful.
Now
Good
here's
guy.
Holiday. He's got 9. Pass to Tatum. There's the triple. Kept alive. Here's Pritchard. Here's Hauser. And the 3 off target.
And he almost made them regret defending him so
I'm
loosely.
winning almost by 20.
Here's Shed.
Yeah.
Here's Agbaji. Toronto the rebound. Walter from
I
outside.
hope that
And that's good.
Jacoby
His first bucket of the game.
3
Not
points.
where he earns his money, that
The other
three-point
team
shot. But he's a
doesn't
good shooter
make
from that
a
range
point.
if he's got space.
Pritchard, pass to Tatum. Back to Pritchard. This one for 3. Lobo with the rebound. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play,
First
BA. Not
personal
sure
foul.
what got into him.
First
You
team
don't
foul.
want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite
Substitution
sure
on the
what he was
court.
thinking.
Here's Barnes. And slammed it home. And a
Defensive foul.
A chance at another point at the
Jaylen
line.
Brown.
Jaylen Brown
Personal
picks it
foul.
up.
And Barnes
Second
has that
team
big
foul.
body and is very nimble.
Shooting
Gets
for
him to the free throw.
Toronto.
Toronto shooting their
Scotty
5th
Barnes.
free throw of the game here.
The line.
Nick, he's checked in for Agbaji. And you know, Brent, Scotty Barnes does so much for this team. That includes creating for others.
Yeah, I think that's probably the #1 attribute. He's got the length and size to be a defender that can guard 2 through 4 BA, but Scotty's a problem because he can create opportunities and advantage on the offensive end.
And it's Toronto's ball. They've gone on an 8-0 run. Here's Dick. And the deficit down inside single digits.
I told
Dick's
you.
got 6.
I'll tell you, Grady Dick can shoot for days. I mean, his confidence from beyond the arc is really incredible.
Here's Pritchard, guarded by Dick. Pritchard, no good. Raptors trail by 9. Pass to Barnes. In close. Hauser grabs the board. And the Celtics shooting just around 41% in the second. All right, let's get a report from Alec.
Video quickly is the lead guard for the Raptors, and he said, I'm still learning when to be ultra aggressive and when to get my teammates involved. The balance of it all while playing defense at a high level. It's a lot, but I'm having fun learning all of it
Assist
because
from
this is what I want to do.
All right, Alec, good stuff there. Thank you. White against quickly. Horford outside. Pass to Brown. Ooh, Brown inside. Hey, he's more than just a shooter.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
Back to quickly. And he throws it
Emmanuel
down.
Quickley.
What a terrific lead pass.
Oh, there's some vertical on display quickly, skying up for the jam.
And here's White. Pass to Pritchard. Back to White. 6 to shoot. Horford passes to Brown. Off target with the free throw line, Jay. And so it's Barnes with it. He brings it up for Toronto. And there's the call on Scotty Barnes. That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul.
And this kind of selflessness
Third
is
team
great
foul.
to see. Textbook
Substitutions
positioning
for the
to draw the
Celtics.
charge.
Jason Tatum, he's
Tatum.
checked in for Boston. Drew Holiday comes in for Pritchard. Now here's Holiday. 9 points in
2
the game.
minutes remaining in the first half.
Kick
2
out to
minutes.
White. Screen by Horford. White, the pass to Horford. And he'll draw a foul. He'll head to the line for 2. That's on Jakob Poeltl.
Second personal
Excellent pump
foul.
fake by Horford there.
Fourth
First
team
trip to the
foul.
free throw line for him in this one.
At the line for 2.
First free throw is good.
Al Horford.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. Here's Toronto with the ball. They're on a 15-5 run. Quickly passes to Ingram. On target from
Brandon
range.
Ingram.
Ingram's got
For
8.
three.
And Brandon Ingram continues to work on that smooth three-point release.
Now Holiday. Outside Tatum from downtown. Toronto grabs the miss. Pirtle's got his 5th rebound in this one. Pass to Ingram. Now here's Dick. Takes the 3. They get it back. Pirtle with the bucket. And now just a 5-point Boston lead.
Man, Pirtle's reach sure comes in handy on the glass. He gets to that ball and attacks right away.
Outside Brown. That shot missing. Pirtle with some nice D. Here's Dick. And that one goes in as he's fouled.
Defensive foul.
It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw.
First
Toronto
personal
shooting
foul.
their 6th attempt at the
Third
free
team
throw line
foul.
tonight.
At the
And the Celtics shooting at 49% so far in the game. Horford screen on quickly. Here's White on the drive. Hurdle with the block.
Pirtle, a very skilled defender, using that size and length to send that one back.
The score now all
Brady
even.
Dick.
Dick's got
Assist
8 here in this
goes to
quarter.
They're
A
finding
91
ways to
quick
get the
line.
ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Here's White. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
First personal foul.
Well, that was
Fifth
clearly
team
a foul.
These are his first free throws of the
At the
game.
line for your
That's good for
Celtics.
White. Boston making a switch here.
At the line for 2 shots.
Both shots good from the strike. Ingram deciding where to go with it. Three seconds left. That shot off the mark. And we're seeing the first half of play here in the Smith. Good one. Celtics out in front. They're up by 2. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
But the other team made a run 17-0, so I am winning by 2. Yeah, bro. Sounds weird. But
Welcome, one and all. Before we hear
games,
Kenny and
CPU
Shaq's insights
always
on that
lie.
first half, let's look ahead and check out the upcoming schedule.
you're
And for
never
that
gonna
matchup
win.
with the Timberwolves, on paper, these teams are pretty even. So what will be the determining factor there, Ernie? I'm not sure, but they gotta avoid mental errors.
Shaq, you agree with Kenny?
Not on most things, but this case, yeah,
Maybe.
yes.
It took you too long.
And now let's turn to the first half of our game. It's been all about Jaylen Brown so far.
Man, I just love his attitude. That's
I
always
play
up there
zombies
and
as well.
always just great. He's mixing it up down there, really taking it to the defense.
He's got a few moves he can go in there. Hard to slow him down once he's cooking.
And that is going to do it for us. Let's get back to some second half action with Brian Anderson and company.
When I joined to the game, when I joined to the game, move to cover.
And we've got second half action for you.
Yeah, but
Thus far,
I
a
need
pretty
1 hour
evenly
more.
contested game. Jaylen Brown having a dominant impact in this game.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
They're just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Did you complete all Easter eggs in zombies?
Toronto trailing. The 2 Jays. Brown at the 3, Tatum at the 4. Derek White out there with Drew Holiday. And it's Horford in at the 5. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half.
I
Scotty
only
Barnes.
see
See
the
that as
first
Ingram hits a shot from the
Liberty
mid-range.
Falls.
It's going to open some things up.
Yeah, easy.
Holiday with the ball. Outside, Brown. Back to Holiday. And that's a foul. Called on Jakob Poeltl.
Jakob
To be honest, I
foul
need
of the
to
game.
third personal foul.
find
First team foul.
3 more players that who actually knows how to
And
play.
Boston has possession. They led the game at one point by 20. Brown, that's good.
They're taking over this one in effortless
From Al
fashion.
Horford.
When Brown is cooking like this, keep working the ball to him.
The Raptors shooting the ball at 46% from the floor. The 3 from quickly. Tatum pulls it in. Tatum's got 4 rebounds now. The Celtics with the lead. It's Brown on the wing. Outside Tatum. Pass to Brown. Off target from 3-point range.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Barnes feeling it out a bit. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. The Celtics shooting the ball at 48% so far. Here's Brown. Brown gets the inside finish.
Terrific initiative from the swing man. Brown is smart and understanding when to look to score inside.
On the wing quickly. That's it. Coming off an assist from Barnes. Quickly's got 9.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Holiday finds Brown. Doesn't go that time. Some solid defense from Ingram. The Raptors have gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Back to Barnes. On the wing quickly. He's guarded by White. And the call will be against Derek White.
First
That's his
personal
first foul of the game.
First team foul.
You say what?
Now here's
I thought
Barnes.
that you were talking to
He's got 12. Outside Ingram. 5 on the clock. And the ball is tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Now the Celtics on the move. And Holiday powers it home.
Well, Horford right there using both his head and his hands. As soon as he gets the ball, looks up the floor, starts the fast break.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He wants to review the game plan. Wow, it's been quite a game for Jaylen Brown.
Well, I hope this one is not to draw up a play, but to think about how they're going to defend
there are
that
many
man.
guys
He's putting up
camping
some major
in the
numbers.
bottom of each map.
All right, fans, give it up for
Play like a
Celtics Entertainment.
This is why I am not like to play hard much campers.
Now we get a chance to check some stats for Emmanuel Quickly.
And by looking at his
But,
true shooting percentage over the last 5 games,
Leach,
you can see how much he's paying attention to his shot
Leach
selection.
has
And
right.
it's showing.
Because there are problems with the lag in the core mode.
Well, we're into the
In
third
Marco.
quarter. Just
In
over
Marco.
2.5 minutes played. Poeltl with the ball.
No,
Now guarded by Brown. And it's good. 2
The
points.
assist.
I don't know how you say this in Austrian, but that's bully ball. Jakob Poeltl.
Here's Holiday. 11 points in the game. Outside White. Kick out to Brown. Brown draws Here's the double. Pocket 4. White, the pass to Horford. Back to White. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Raptors ball.
Looking at the 2K leaderboard, these teams have been outstanding at creating offense through their defense. Number 1, the Celtics. 5th best, Toronto.
These teams fuel their offense by creating turnovers that lead to open floor opportunities.
Toronto's gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Quickly outside. Here's Barnes. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. It's Brown on the wing. Back to Tatum. Stolen by Quickly. Here comes Toronto on the push. Here's Barnes. And he's 6 for 12 after that one.
Assisted.
I'd like to see the handles from Scotty coming along there. Much improved since his rookie year.
And here's White. Outside Holiday for 3. And he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
It's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
And the dunk by Pirtle.
I mean, for Pirtle, the rim is right there. He just hops up to put it down.
The Celtics have gone 4 of 6 from the floor in this third quarter. Holiday passes to Horford. Brown with it, covered by Ingram. Back to Holiday. Just 5 on the clock. From about 19. Brown can't hit. Toronto, they've got 5 of 8 shots to go in the third. Now Ingram. 10 points for him. Picked by Pirtle. Ingram with the ball. Picked up by Tatum. Back to Barnes. Tried to bank it in, but it misses.
Won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, that happens. The important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
Now here's Horford. Downtown, Jaylen Brown.
And you would think a coach might have talked to his defense about making the adjustment on him, but right now, it's just lighting him up.
Brown against Ingram. Quickly outside. Outside Barnes. There's the double team with Horford. Barnes, no good. Celtics lead by 3. Outside Holiday. Tatum screen on Ingram. Pass to Brown.
No, yet.
Outside Holiday. Now Tatum from deep three-point land. Quickly with the rebound. Outside Barnes. They set a pick. Now here's Dick. He's covered by Holiday. Dick, the pass to Pirtle. The 3 from Barnes. Ooh, he connects. His 7th basket. He's 7 of 15 now.
Won this half, 2 for the game. Staying active from beyond the arc.
Holiday with the ball. He's got 14. Brown passes to Horford. Pirtle with some nice D.
Ooh, old school right there. No easy buckets.
Nick, the pass to Pirtle. To the paint. Here's Ingram. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. And so Holiday will bring it up for the Celtics. They led the game at one point by 20. Next up, they'll face the Timberwolves in Minnesota. And that starts a 4-game road trip for them. Toronto has gotten 2 of 4 threes to fall here in this third quarter. Looking to get it going. Rejected by Brown.
And that's all about anticipation. Jaylen Brown, high IQ defensively.
They double team Brown. Pass to Holiday. Inside. Outside Tatum. And here's Horford for 3. Toronto grabs a miss.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Boston foul.
Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
Second
I think
personal
everyone's
foul.
a little confused.
Second team
But weird
foul.
plays happen.
And Boston with some
Substitution on the
changes.
court.
Cornette's checked in for Horford. Hauser comes in for Tatum. And Pritchard is subbed in for Drew Holiday. Outside Barnes. Picked by Pirtle. Barnes in the post. Working on
Scotty
Cornette.
Barnes.
It's good. Barnes has got 19 points.
Man, tonight Scotty Barnes has been relentless.
Outside, Brown.
Hey, Lich, you have a Twitch account?
How they get a hand on it. Here's Shed for the lead.
Yeah, just streaming on Twitch.
Rebounded by the Celtics. Cornette's got rebound number 11. Here's White. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in. White's got 6.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
Excuse me, can you repeat? I couldn't hear you.
There's a screen. Outside Barnes.
Your channel?
Picked by Pirtle. Pass to Walter.
Ah, okay.
Just 5
Yeah,
to shoot.
exactly. The gamer tag of your channel.
Here's
Twitch.
Abaji. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
Yeah, exactly.
He's got 6. Here's White.
But I
Cornet
think
sets
that
the
in
screen.
Twitch is all
Kick
the
out to
channel
Brown.
name, not the channel.
No good on the
Doesn't
triple.
matter.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
Yeah, exactly.
Here's Abaji.
You are right. You are right.
Out of bounds as Toronto keeps possession.
Raptors ball.
And you got to be in awe of incredible defensive efforts like this.
Oh, terrific defensive intensity right
Later,
there.
I will
Getting stops
search
like that
your
is
channel.
crucial for them right now.
Toronto
Substitution.
making a switch here.
Number
Boucher's
25.
checked in.
Chris Boucher.
Celtics on D.
Okay.
Pass to Walter.
I received your
3
message.
from Barnes. And it's Cornette with a rebound.
I send you the name of mine.
Cornette's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Right side White. Brown inside.
2 minutes remaining in the
Abaji with the
third.
rebound.
2 minutes.
Toronto's gone 2 of 6 from downtown here in the second half. Barnes banked it in off the
Scotty
glass.
Barnes.
Barnes has
Assist
got 9
from
points now in the second half.
With his strength and his skills, Scotty Barnes can finish inside very quick.
Pass to Hauser. Here's Pritchard. Releases. Again, the miss by Boston.
That's a shocker there. Did not expect him to miss from that range. He's got to be shooting close to 60% from it.
The Celtics have gotten 7 of 16 shots to go so far in the third quarter. Out of bounds. It'll be Toronto's ball.
Toronto ball. Substitution on the court.
.110 left to play in the third quarter here. Boucher outside. Pass to Shed. Brown with the steal. Pass break. Here come the Celtics. Here's Pritchard. Good. And Brown gets the assist. Brown's got his 4th assist in this one.
And that was just moving the ball quickly. And he's rewarded at the end with a high percentage look.
The defense trying to do their best to slow him down. But when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Now here's Boucher. Taking a look at his
Boston
production.
foul.
Averaging just over 8 points a game.
Cornet. First personal foul, third team foul.
There's 39 seconds left in the third quarter. Pass to Walter. Here's Abaji. The three ball sinks the tray.
Ochai
Abaji's got 5 points in the quarter.
And that's on the defense, giving him a decent look. That's his shot.
Here's Pritchard. Give him 8. Let's go with a 3. Connects from downtown. Pritchard's got 11 points.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Here's Abaji. From deep. No good. What a counter. Got it going. It's been all about Jaylen Brown for the Celtics. He's been lighting it up tonight. 24 points. And don't go far. We'll be right back.
Here we go.
3 quarters behind us. We'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. That'll be a 5-second call.
Inbound
Tough one.
violation.
In a game where every possession is
Toronto
valuable,
ball.
turnovers can make the difference.
Pass to Mobo. Here's Boucher. Here's Abaji. Over to the left wing. Clock at 6. Here's Shed. Sends it home from three-point land. And the Raptors lead by 3.
You're kind of like playing in the rec league, little to no defense on that possession, and the easiest three-pointer you can imagine.
On the court for Toronto to start the fourth. We've got Chris Boucher, and it's Abaji in at the small forward position. Here's Pritchard. And it's Boucher with the rebound. Pass to Shed. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Here's Abaji. To the wing on the left. Fires from deep. Boston pulls it in. Cornette's got 13 rebounds in the game. Glass eating.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
Now here's Tatum. They set the screen. Hey, strong move, Tatum.
And watch how Tatum navigates the contact. Just one of the many go-to moves for him in the paint.
Boucher outside. Tipped away. To take the lead. Here's Shireman. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. Toronto has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Boucher down low. Working on Cornette. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
Celtics foul. Luke Cornett. Second personal foul. First team foul.
Pass to Mobo. Here's Abaji.
And shots played in the last quarter.
6 on the shot clock. Here's Boucher. Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way
Goes
around.
to
And the
Ochai
Raptors lead by
Abaji.
3. The Celtics have gone 1 of 4 since the fourth quarter began. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Cornette sets a screen. High arcing shot. Goes back up. No good on the layup. Toronto leading by 3. Pass to Walter. Boucher with it. Agbaji. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
First
All
personal
right, guys, what do you think so far about the
17
offensive
foul.
approach for Toronto?
What stood out to me was their passing. They moved the ball effortlessly and have been able to find those holes in the defense.
And it seemed like throughout this game, right after the jump ball, they've just been feeling it from distance, getting all the looks they want and continuing to take advantage of that three-point line.
Temples checked in for Toronto. Pass to Hauser. Takes a three. Again, the miss by Boston. For Toronto, they've gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Agbaji pass to Boucher. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Boucher's got 4 points now in the quarter.
With a tough road ahead, they worked hard to get a good shot.
Holiday surveying the floor. Here's Horford. Oh, good D by Boucher. Toronto leading by 6. To the middle. Here's Agbaji. And Pritchard pulls it down. Boston's shooting at about 44% so far. And finished off by Tatum.
Poor rim. Tatum plays with such an edge.
For Toronto, they've gone 3 of 5 since this fourth quarter started. Here's Boucher for 3. Gets the 3 to fall. And the Raptors lead by 7.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be guarding him. Ridiculous laps there defensively.
Now here's Holiday. Pass to Pritchard. And a fast break now for the Raptors. And he caps off the break with a monster slam.
Way to capitalize on the mistake that leads to the bucket. You gotta love it.
That's why you can't afford to just turn it over to him, because he's going to do stuff like that to make you pay just right down the throat.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now.
Attention Celtics fans, getting out to the floor now is Celtics entertainment. Make some noise for them. Get loud, fans, on the court is your fight squad. Morgan T-shirt, make some noise.
Boston with some changes. Jaylen Brown comes in for Hauser. And Derek White subbed in for Pritchard. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
During that last break, I heard Joe Mazzulla as he talked with the team. He told his guys to, quote, turn it up, going on to say, only way we get out of this hole is with effort, incredible effort. So show me what you can do out there. It's a big ask, but we'll see what happens. Back to you.
Thank you for that, Allen. White for 3. Rebound, Toronto. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Nets. That'll be the first of 3 games played at home. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Barnes.
I know people can't see you, but you're doing what I'm doing.
I was
Scratching your
winning
head to
by
that
20.
time.
Right now, I am losing by 10. That sucks.
Holiday against Ingram. And the basket by Holiday.
He's got such a great build. 205, 210 pounds, a bigger guard. Hard to knock him off of his shot.
Now here's Ingram. Pass to Agbaji. Fires the 3. Here's Pirtle. Horford pulls it in. Horford's got 4 rebounds now. Now here's Brown. Back to Tatum. And here's White. Outside Holiday. Shot clock at 5. Here's Tatum. Rebound, Toronto. Ingram's got 4 rebounds now. Quickly deciding where to go with it. Pass to Agbaji. And here's Ingram outside. Hauled in by Brown. Brown's got 9 rebounds in the game. Oh, he's getting it done.
Going into halftime, he had 2 threes in his pocket, but hasn't added to that total since.
Now here's Brown. Outside Holiday. Back to Brown. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the going to go on Emmanuel quickly. Nick, he's checked in for Abaji.
That's his second personal foul. First team foul. At the line with one shot.
89-92.
Toronto leading by 4. Barnes passes to Pirtle. And here's Dick. Down low. Here's Ingram. The shot comes out. Brown with some nice D.
Kind of rare to see any player have this much of a struggle from the field. To still have the lead shows how resilient they are as a complete team.
Holiday hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Holiday's got 9 points here in the second half. Quickly passes to Pirtle. Here's Dick. Stops the drought. And that one goes. He's now recorded his 5th bucket in 8 tries.
This has been their game plan here in the final period. We'll see if it continues to work out.
It's one thing to have teams shoot a bunch of threes, but with this team being that hot defensively, you got to chase them away from anywhere near that line.
Oh, nice shot by Brown.
He now has 4 3-pointers this game, guys, 2 in each half. He's really spacing out the floor for his teammates.
Barnes, it's good. Barnes has got 23 points.
Barnes rising to the challenge here. He is tough.
Holiday passes to White. Horford, screen on quickly. Back to Holiday. Beyond the arc. Score that basket. His 8th out of 9 shots here today.
And what's working here, each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Quickly outside. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Third personal foul.
That's on Al
Third team
Horford.
foul.
And they're not happy with the call here.
The line
Coach has
for the
given the signal. He's going to use his
Emmanuel
challenge.
quickly.
Probably a good idea in
shots.
such a close contest.
The play will be
worried that
reviewed
this was
under
slow the
NBA
action.
rules. There will be 2 minutes to review the play.
NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got them.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
Look, so they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
Back to Barnes. Shoots over Tatum. And Barnes gets the assist by Quickly.
Assisted by
Barnes has got 4
Emmanuel
points to score.
Quickly.
Well, we know Quickly can score, but there he shows off his passing ability.
Now Holiday. Outside White. Pat misses. Had a chance to tie it.
After clawing their way back in, that was a chance to even things up.
I'm not sure, but that could be a game-changing miss. He wanted that bad.
Pass to Tatum. It counts. And the foul. Grady Dick picks one up.
When this team needs a bucket,
Defensive
it
foul.
naturally looks for
That's
Jason
his
Tatum. And he
second
typically
personal
goes
foul. Second team foul. At the line for your Celtics, Jason.
And it's tied up with that one. And so Quickly will bring it up for Toronto. And timeout called by Darko Milicic. Wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan.
All right, fans, it's dance game time. Get ready to dance like everyone's watching. Somebody doesn't have rhythm. Way to go, everyone. Let's hear it for them.
Barnes passes to Quickly. Off target with the 3.
And even after airtight defense like that, you still just expect him to hit those kind of shots.
To the inside. Horford gets it done inside.
They're really working the paint now.
Toronto trailing. Outside Dick. Pass to Ingram. And here's quickly. He's guarded by White. Left side Holiday. It's rebounded by Dick. And for the Raptors, they're shooting at 45% of the game so far. Quickly finds Barnes. Kicks it to Quickly. Launches it. Boston pulls it in.
You kind of wonder where his head's at. The shot selection hasn't been there. And, of course, that one was just crazy.
Pass to White. 1:41 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Just 5 on the clock. Out to Horford from the arc. Hey, Horford from range.
Yeah, that's why Horford makes the big bucks. But don't they all? He knows how to deliver a huge shot.
1 minute right now.
Dick with it. It's stolen by Holiday. And so he draws the foul. Headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Third personal foul, third team foul. At the line, Drew Holiday. At the line for 2 shots.
He gets the first, and that increases the lead to 6.
And there's so many plays where Drew Holiday will show you just how creative he can be with the basketball.
So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game.
Some padding here on the free throw line, some good work.
Ingram against Brown. Outside Ingram. Quickly outside. And again, Toronto, no good.
And he just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
On the wing, Tatum. He's guarded by Barnes. Count it. Good.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. That's on Jakob Poeltl.
An ascending superstar. Tatum has really honed in on what he does best on the offensive end.
First free throw is good. And that'll push the lead to double digits. It's both from the stripe.
Breathe easy now. The biggest free throws in the game is coming through.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Kicks it to Quickly. Will it go? It's deflected. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession.
Substitution on the court.
We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Haji. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Third personal foul, third team foul. Shooting for Toronto, Ochai.
He drops the first one, and that brings him within 10.
For 2.
And the second free throw, no good. Tough break there. And so it's Tatum who brings up the ball for the Boston Celtics. They led the game at 1 point by 20. White can't hit.
Jamal Shed for 3.
So we see Boston get the win here. Boy, they didn't make it easy on their fans or themselves, but at the end of the day, everyone on their side is happy.
Yeah, happy indeed. The momentum shifted away from them a few times, especially early on. Give these guys credit for sticking with the game plan and finishing the job.
All right, let's send it down to Allie LaForce, who's with our player of the game.
Thank you very much. Jalen, you had it going. Can you talk about the confidence you had tonight?
I'm just trying to continue to show people what I can do, continue to get better. It's a long journey, it's a process. I still got a long way to go and a lot to learn, so I'm going to just keep going up.
It's all part of the journey. Thanks, Jalen.
Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. For Brent Barry, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for tuning in. And let's reveal our player of the game, Jaylen Brown.
I win the game. I won.